Don't change who you are just to please someone, unless that person is yourself. There are no missed opportunities. What wasn't yours was never meant to be. Trust in yourself. You know more than you realize. Learn to see people as they truly are, not as you wish they would be. The more time you spend dwelling on the past, the less future you'll have to enjoy. It's better to admit you took the wrong path than to spend your life heading in the wrong direction. Missing someone doesn't mean they belong in your life. Sometimes missing is part of healing. Don't be concerned with those who talk behind your back. They're behind you for a reason. The bigger your goals, the more patience you need. Avoid bragging about your progress or sharing all your plans. Today's friends can be tomorrow's foes. Ensure the choices you make are worth the sacrifices that come with them. Never jeopardize your growth for a friend, especially if they wouldn't do the same for you. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish and put yourself first. If you're unsure how to move forward, start by not looking back. If you're not willing to sacrifice for what you want, your dreams might become the sacrifice. Close the door on things that hurt you, no matter how alluring they seem. At times, you need to let go of people who keep reminding you of the person you once were. Forgive yourself for settling for less than you deserved. But don't make that mistake again. If you're not prepared to walk alone, you'll never carve out your own path. Learn to accept what you can't change and change what you won't accept. Just because a decision is painful doesn't mean it was wrong. Friends and family may not always know what's best for you. Every time you choose fear over action, you bury your potential. To lead your life, you must sometimes turn away from the crowd. Loneliness is often the price of self-improvement. If you don't control your thoughts, someone else will. Life improves when you stop begging others to choose you and let them drift away. If you want your dreams to become reality, don't keep them locked inside. The quicker you face the tasks you've been avoiding, the sooner you'll have what you've been dreaming of. You won't look back on life and remember the times you did nothing. Your current situation doesn't define where you're going. It simply marks the beginning of your journey. To truly appreciate winning, you must first know the taste of defeat. When it seems like everything is falling apart, it might actually be falling into place. Endings often pave the way for better beginnings. Clarity comes from action, not just thought. You can't think your way into a new life, you have to act your way into it. Sometimes burning bridges is necessary to prevent yourself from going back. Judge people by what they do, not what they say, and you won't be deceived. Most people remain where they are for a reason. What they hold on to is the very thing that keeps them anchored in place. Your life isn't truly yours if you're constantly worried about what others think. Don't trade long-term opportunities for short-term comfort. You don't choose your future directly. You choose your habits, and your habits shape your future. A man without a vision of his future will always fall back into his past. The greatest challenge in life is discovering who you really are. The next challenge is learning to be content with that discovery. You may think you know someone, but often you're only seeing what you want to see. If nothing else, some people teach you what not to become. You can't make someone love you, just as you can't force yourself to love someone else. Confidence isn't born from expecting success. It grows from being comfortable with failure. The hardest thing and the right thing are often one and the same. We are the sum of the people we surround ourselves with, so choose wisely. Don't expect change if you're not willing to create it. People come and go, and those who were once central to your life may become fleeting memories. You unconsciously teach people how to treat you. Arguments shouldn't be about winning, but about understanding. If something scares you, it might be exactly what you need to try. There are no bad emotions, only poor reactions to them. Learning to channel negativity in a constructive way is crucial. Those who introduce new perspectives are invaluable. Often your enemies will tell you hard truths that sting, while friends may protect you with comforting lies. Embrace the courage to be disliked. This will give you the freedom to take the necessary steps, even if they're unpopular. Be bold enough to express what truly needs to be said, not just what others expect to hear. If someone's absence brings you peace, it's a sign that you haven't lost anything. We tend to overestimate what we can achieve in a single year, but vastly underestimate what's possible over 5. Your past, no matter how messy, holds the potential to fuel your future. If something is out of your control, it deserves to be free from your mind as well. Don't hesitate to begin again. This time, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. The more responsibility you take, the more empowered you become to address the pain and do something about it. Never take people for granted. You never know when they'll no longer be around, and how much they'll have meant to you once they're gone. When someone shows their true nature, believe them. The hands that support you in hard times are far more valuable than the hands that applaud you in success. Forgiving isn't about making others feel better. It's about giving yourself peace. Accept life as it comes. It's not about clinging to the past or waiting for the future. It's about living fully in the present. People who wear masks will eventually forget how to act. Stay observant. You're always responsible for your actions, regardless of how you feel. Being honest may not bring you a crowd of friends, but it will bring you the right ones. Learn to deal with people for who they are, not who you want them to be. Extraordinary results come from doing ordinary things repeatedly over a long period. You can choose a comfortable and conventional life, or you can opt for a challenging yet meaningful one. A person must be wise enough to admit their mistakes, smart enough to learn from them, and strong enough to correct them. Blaming others for your problems gives them power over you. It allows them to define your happiness and well-being. People will resent you when they can't control you. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know before you learned it. If you're constantly trying to prove your worth, you've likely forgotten your own value. When a promise turns into an apology, don't look for purpose elsewhere. Create it where you are and give it meaning. No single thing will fix everything. No achievement, no relationship, no goal will solve all your problems. Purpose is something you create along the way. You may always feel a bit inadequate and somewhat dissatisfied with life. However, a fulfilling life isn't one without stress. It's one filled with meaningful challenges. Some negative experiences will stay with you, but with time, you'll care less about them. Until that day comes, try not to stress too much. It's never too late to pursue the dreams you've always had. Don't let doubters bring you down. They may just be projecting their own fears. The more you love yourself, the more you'll naturally detach from things that don't serve you. Follow your heart, but always use your mind. You can have either results or excuses, but not both. True growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone and tackle things you're not yet qualified for. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but wise enough to choose the right mentors. The more you face your fears, the more fearless you'll become. Never prioritize someone who only sees you as an option. If you don't fight for what you want, you've already lost. The only way to boost your self-worth is to do things worth feeling good about. Heartbreaks may shatter you, but they also sharpen your perspective. Don't shy away from experiences just because they're unknown or uncomfortable. They may end up being some of the best parts of your life. Remember, there will always be someone who fails to see your value. Don't let that person be you. Your life can change in an instant. Rather than taking what you have for granted, be grateful and make the most of it. One of the most harmful things you can do is believe someone else's negative opinion of you. Your relationship with others reflects how you feel about yourself. If you want a better tomorrow, work on it today. Keep focusing on what's not working, and your future will look just like your present. It's not about having time, it's about making time. You can't always be nice. Sometimes you have to set firm boundaries to protect yourself. If you don't, people may take advantage of your kindness. You have to let go of the old version of yourself before it drags you down. Be protective of your time and energy. Many people don't deserve it. Never be so loyal to others that you betray yourself. You can't have everything in life, and there's always a trade-off. Don't waste energy on revenge. Weak people do that. Focus on building something better for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing content. Make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss an update.